Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Unparalleled Universe, and today we're going to start off my series of reviews covering the new Thor set from San Diego Comic-Con 2017. And first off, we're going to just do it character by character, starting with Ulik. And here's a look at the box art for him. And it looks really nice. I'm not sure who did this box art, but it really reminds me of the Thor Ages of Thunder, or Age of Thunder Thor run that was a few years back. But I really like it. So for the articulation, his head is able to go side to side, and you can also tilt it because the ball joint sits pretty high, and it's really tight. It's kind of hard to get it to move, but it comes down about that much, and then you can make them look up only about that much. The hair kind of gets in the way, and just the shape of the head kind of only allows it to go that high. And then for the torso here, it can only crunch about that much. It's really not very much at all because he has like an armor plate on his chest. Then it goes back a little bit more than it does go forward. So there's not really too much movement in the torso area. And then he also has a waist swivel, of course. And then for his arms, again, his joints are really tight. All the joints are really tight on almost his whole set. It only goes up about that much because there's some sculpted like warts and things like that on his shoulder, so it kind of stops it from going up. Then it could go forward about that much, and then it's stopped by this little hair thing that's part of his armor, and then it comes back about that much. And then of course you've got upper bicep swivel. You've got single jointed elbows, but they move a nice amount. Then you've got a swivel here at the wrist, and then a hinge at the wrist that is really tight, but it does go up and down. And for his legs, you're almost able to get him to do the splits, which is pretty impressive for such a big figure. As you can see here, his leg comes out a nice amount. Then you've got the upper thigh swivel, and they are ball joints, so his legs are able to come forward about that much, and then they don't really go back too much. He has single jointed knees, and then his foot is able to tilt forward and tilt up, and then you've got the nice Hasbro rocking ankle. So yeah, he's got a lot of articulation. It's a pretty good amount for such a big figure. Can't really expect it to be like Spider-Man or anything, but yeah, I'm very happy with the articulation. He doesn't come with any accessories, so we'll get right into size comparisons. Here he is next to a couple of Marvel Select Thor figures. And here he is next to the Hasbro Comic-Con exclusive Marvel Legends Thor and the Toy Biz Giant Man series Thor. And here he is next to Marvel Legends Terrax and Marvel Legends Destroyer from Toy Biz. And then here he is alongside Marvel Legends Captain America and Marvel Legends Daredevil. And as for the sculpt, they did a really nice job. Let's start here by looking at the face. I really like the facial expression and all the detail in there. Check that out. He's got a nice little grimace, growling, ugly face on there. You got some elf ears. And there isn't like a crazy amount of paint, but there is some nice paint in some areas. You can see some paint like around the eyes, and everything's painted the appropriate color. The hair is a little bit soft, but it still kind of gets in the way. And then on the back here, just like, flowing hair. But yeah, really looks nice. I was really happy with the face sculpt. Once I took it out of the box, that really stood out to me. I think they did a really nice job on that. Check that out. It looks really good. And then the sculpt on the rest of the body is equally impressive. I really like the way this green chainmail kind of stuff came out here. Then you've got like the armored piece right here in front. And I think all the sculpted detail does kind of hinder the articulation a little bit, but it looks really nice. You got like these sculpted he's like a rock troll, so I don't know if you want to call them, if they're called warts or whatever, but yeah, you got a bunch of sculpted details. You got some hair and like a scaly kind of look, and you've got like his brass knuckle thing here. Then up here you got some hair that's attached to the chest plate or the shoulder strap, so it allows you to still move the arm around. And yeah, down here you got some hair sculpted on his feet. Then you got his nasty toes. And for the paint, you've got like some light brown and then with some dark brown shading just kind of throughout the figure on his shoulders, his forearms and stuff. And then on the back too, it looks pretty good. You got the nice looking chainmail sculpt there. And yeah, I got a little paint imperfection there, but not a big deal. And everything about the sculpt is pretty much perfect. There's nothing that I think that I'd say they should have done differently. I think it's a really good reuse of parts. I think it reuses a couple parts from the Rhino Build-A-Figure and the Abomination Build-A-Figure, but I think this figure is better than both of those by far. So overall, I'm really happy with this figure. I think that they did a really good job on the sculpt. I think the articulation is what it needs to be. The one thing I don't like about it is his joints are just like really hard, and it's like hard to pose them. It almost hurts my finger like messing with them. But that's kind of been the case with a lot of Hasbro figures. It's really disappointing because I like a figure to be able to be like fun to play with and fun to hold and fun to mess around with. And these figures always, they aren't that fun right away. Like, you got to kind of mess with them, maybe put them under hot water or whatever you got to do. And yeah, that's kind of the case with Ulik. But once you get him moving and stuff like that and crack the joints, he's pretty cool. I'm very excited about the sculpt. I think they did an amazing job. I think that he's going to look awesome on the shelf along with all the other Thor and Asgardian stuff that you got. It does kind of suck that they put him out as an exclusive, because I really don't see them putting him out at retail. But they could maybe as like a Build-A-Figure. But yeah, I don't know. I just kind of feel like they won't. But we'll see. Who knows how many more Thor lines we get coming up to you know, the Thor Ragnarok movie. Maybe they'll put out another line, and this will be the Build-A-Figure. And that'd be cool for people out there that like that old, like, classic Jack Kirby and Stan Lee type of out there creations, because it feels like we don't get too many of those these days. So I'm really happy about this one. So that's it for this guy, but be sure to look out for my reviews of all the other figures in this set. I was really happy with this set. It's probably one of my favorite Comic-Con exclusives in the last couple years. I definitely like it better than the Raft. I'm pretty sure I kind of like it better than the Doctor Strange set, but yeah, this is a very cool set, and I look forward to reviewing these other ones here. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff, and peace.